Welcome to today's mobility flow for giving and receiving love and remembering our worth. To get started, find a standing position. You can kind of rock back and forth on the feet, bend the knees, maybe hop a little bit until you feel sturdy and grounded into your feet. Then we'll begin some arm sweeps. So as you can see here, you're going to inhale, reach the left arm out to the side, and then exhale, bend the elbow and bring the palm to heart. Now inhale, reach the right arm out to the side, exhale, bring the palm to heart. And so you'll just keep alternating between the right and left, sweeping the arms out to the side, and then closing the sweep with a hand to the chest. And just kind of thinking about cleansing from the inside out, your energy, getting things flowing, and regulating the nervous system, of course. And if you want to add both arms, you can inhale, reach the arms both out to the side, and then exhale, cross the arms over each other and either hug the shoulders or bring them underneath the collarbones. But we are intentionally just trying to find some care here. Every side of myself deserves care, is what you can say. Inhale, shrug the shoulders. So reach the shoulders up to the ears, and exhale, roll them back and down. Find your rhythm, and then don't forget to go in the opposite direction. So inhale, roll the shoulders up and forward a few times. And then alternating the shoulders too. So doing one at a time, rolling the right shoulder up and back, left shoulder up and back. And then again, making sure you alternate between rolling forward and back. But we're just trying to get a little bit loose in the upper body, in the chest. You can think about, I give myself love that I offer others, right? You deserve your own love just as much as anyone else around you that you want to give to. So find a stillness as you're standing, inhale, and then exhale, come down into a tabletop. And we'll find some cat-cows, but with like a little twist with the arms. And so hands are under your shoulders, your knees are under your hips, gaze down, ears are in line with the shoulders. Inhale, cow pose. Lift the heart forward, squeeze the shoulder blades down the back, and exhale, cat pose, round the upper back, chin to chest. Inhale, your tailbone points up as you go into cow, and exhale, your tailbone will kind of point down as you go into cat. And so as you alternate between cat and cow, we'll prepare here to add the arms in a different way. And so let's do a few rounds of just cat-cow as we know it. You can even think about opening is safe here. We're creating our own safety. You can also push the ground away and then reach the heart towards the mat. Just whatever you kind of need to do. You can find little movements in between. And then inhale, cow pose, reach the left arm back. And then exhale, cat pose, arch the back and bring the left hand to the right shoulder. Inhale, cow pose with the arms reaching, with the left arm reaching behind you, and then exhale with the left arm going to right shoulder. Let's try the other side. So inhale, you'll reach the right arm back as you lift the chest forward, and then exhale, arching the upper back, right arm to left shoulder. Inhale, sweeping that arm back, and then exhale, finding the shoulder. Inhale, come back into a tabletop. And then exhale, let's do some lateral crunches in our tabletop. So inhale, you can start to engage the right side of your body and even look over the right shoulder. And then exhale, center, inhale, look over the left shoulder and engage the left side of your body. So it's almost like you're shortening the sides of your body. So when you shorten the right side, the right shoulder goes to right hip. And when you shorten the left side, the left shoulder goes to left hip. This one's a bit of a tricky one. You don't have to look over your shoulder if that adds too much tension in your neck, especially if it's more challenging that way too. So inhale, exhale, come into child's pose, and find a moment of stillness in between all of these movements. And, you can say, I receive space to breathe. Because that's what we're doing here, is just taking the time to breathe. Sometimes that's really what we need. And by giving ourselves what we need, we'll have more to give to others, right? You can't What was that saying? You can't pour from an empty cup. That comes to mind here. So inhale, come up to stand on your knees. And then I'm going to place a block underneath my left knee. Inhale, reach your left arm overhead, and then exhale, find a left side body stretch leaning over to the right. Then inhale, come back to center, and exhale, bring the left fingertips down and find like a side plank or gate pose as you reach the right arm overhead. Inhale, center, exhale, find the left side body stretch, and then inhale, center, and then find that modified side plank again, lifting that right leg up into the sky as you find that. So we're moving between the two, going back, forth, option to bend to the knee and find a bit of a hip opener stretch before we come out and inhale, come back to kneeling or standing on the knees. Now you'll switch the block or pillow if you're using one, and you would place it underneath the right knee. And then inhale, lengthen that left leg out to the side, come onto the heel, and reach your right arm overhead, and then lean over to your left to find the right side body stretch. Exhale. Inhale, center, exhale, side plank, right fingertips down, left arm overhead, lift the left leg. And inhale, center, exhale, switch back to like a gate pose, and then inhale, center, exhale, switch to like a modified side plank. And so alternating right or going in and out between these two postures. I move toward what loves me back. This is a tough one. Sometimes we stay for too long, or we know something isn't working out, or something isn't filling our cup. And so we move toward what loves us, what does fill our cup. Now again, you can find that hip opener and stillness before we release. Inhale, find a lunge with the back knee down on a pillow or block. Find alignment with the hips, so you can place your hands on the outside of the hips and just make sure they're even with one another. One's not hiking up over the higher than the other. And then inhale, reach your right arm overhead and lean to the left. And then exhale, reach your left arm overhead and lean back. Inhale, right arm overhead, lean to the left. Exhale, left arm overhead and lean back. And so you're finding a side stretch and a little back bend here, and this can get intense pretty fast, so I want you to just do small movements, and then inhale, come to center, and exhale, option for a little stretch as you grab the right foot and draw the heel towards your bum. Inhale, exhale, you can find a runner's lunge, lengthening the body over your left leg as you straighten it out and come onto the heel. And then inhale, come into like a transitional pose and now switch. Place your left knee over a block or pillow, and then again square your hips to the front of the mat. Place the hands to the outside of the hips, make sure they're even, and then inhale, reach left arm overhead, lean to your right, and then exhale, reach the right arm overhead and lean back, lifting the heart. Inhale, left arm over, and you find your side body stretch. Exhale, right arm over, and you find your back bend. Finding a slow rhythm in what works for you. Again, the focus here is finding fluidity. Now, option to find center and stillness. Inhale and exhale, grab your back foot and reach the heel to your bum. And then exhale, find your runner's lunge or half splits, whatever you want to call it, reaching that, lengthening the front leg, and then stretching over the front leg. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, come on up to standing once more. So stand tall. Again, find your center. Inhale, reach your arms out to the side, and then exhale, cross the arms over each other and grab opposite shoulders. Inhale, reach the arms out, find a little back bend, looking up, and then exhale, cross the arms over one another. Give yourself a hug. So this is a standing hug, if you haven't guessed that already. And it's just about building the trust. I trust the love I give and the love I deserve. Sometimes we don't feel worthy of finding the love that we deserve. So inhale, come on down, and you can lay on your back, hug your knees in, and then find some supine windshield wipers with the knees bent. So begin to cactus the arms out to the side and lower the knees to the right and then lower them to the left. And just kind of take your time. If you want to go all the way down to the floor, you can. However, you can keep them as high up as you need to find fluidity in the movement. And then towards the end, you can slow down and kind of just hang out in a supine twist if you'd like. But we are moving and grooving here. We are moving and grooving here. And then inhale, come to center, and exhale, find Shavasana, corpse pose. Lengthen your legs, heels in, toes out, arms at the side of your body. Find stillness. It is safe to soften. Now, sometimes we have to create that space where it is safe to soften. Inhale, before we find full stillness, reach your arms overhead, and if you would like, do a few of like some goalpost arms. I forget the name of this one, but you can inhale, reach the arms overhead, and then exhale, bend the elbows and bring the arms out to the side. Inhale, center, and then exhale, release. Now on your inhale, you can say to yourself, I give. On the exhale, I receive. Inhale, I give, and exhale, I receive. Now you can also switch that if it's easier to imagine inhale, I receive, kind of like you're receiving the air, and then exhale, I give, like you're kind of sending it out. Your energy is going out into the world. That's something that I like to imagine sometimes. Now, self-worth starts with believing that we're worthy, right? And many of us forget that this is something that we can choose to build. We can plant the seeds within us, and just like a garden, we can do things that help it grow. Sometimes we do not get planted in the best environments for this, and so I'm talking more about like when things were a bit more out of control, out of our understanding when we were little, when we were children. Our childhood could be a place where it was really hard to bloom, to grow. And so now as we get older through life and we understand more things, we now get more tools to be able to bloom regardless of our environment. Because now we understand that the nourishment comes from within, and that we can actually create a safer environment, create an environment that fosters the growth that we want to see in our lives. But creativity can be scary. Creativity can feel unknown, unsafe. And so we have to seek it out. If we want to see more of something, the first place to start is to be able to express it, to say what we want, and then to allow curiosity and creativity to take over so that we can find ways to bloom. I'm going to give the next minute just to be. Let's take one more breath. I am worthy. Thank you for sharing this practice with me today. If you found this helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and share with someone who might need a little calm today. See you next time.